Hey, everybody, look at us. Episode 13. We did it. We're moving along. This is a very fun one. Today I had Ian Fidance, and this guy, to me, is one of the funniest dudes I know. Sweet, very interesting person that has a great story and has evolved in so many ways in his development as a stand-up comedian. Interesting stories about, opening for Dave Attell, who in my opinion, and I don't think I'm alone. I know that I'm not alone in this, that Dave Attell might be the best living comedian ever. And he handpicked Ian to be his opener for years. So Ian has learned from the best. He's had many chapters in his time as a comedian, and each one is made him even better and stronger, and a very great take on what bombing means to him that I can't wait for you guys to hear. It's something I've never looked at it like that, and I almost it's kind of rewired the way I think about bombing. But anyways, such a fun episode. Ian is nonstop funny. He's a great energy, a lot of energy. This is a funny episode, and I'm super excited for this one, and I'm so glad I get him on. And so without further ado, let's enjoy this episode of Bomb Shelter with Ian Fidance.
Live instrumentals mixed with electronic music, but it has like clown prop type sound. You know what I mean? So when you listen to it, you can like very much picture.
See, that's the thing. We're running out of genres, and we're going to start.
No, we're not running out of genres.
We're going to start mixing things.
No, genres are like genders. More and more will keep popping up, and we're going to be like, what? Okay,
Right,
you're
at
a
the end
clown
of the day, it comes
EDM
from
artist.
something, like, yeah, there's that main gender, but like.
Is that really a clown EDM?
I mean, that's my personal classification for it. Where like,
I see.
It's not official, but like when I listen to it, it's like, these are like boings and like springs and like those kinds of sounds are like hidden within.
Whoa. So it's like that's wild.
There's that, yeah.
Whoa, dude, what if people start showing up dressed as like
That's what I'm
clowns?
saying.
Yeah, and they start just like pulling all these.
There
Like,
Yeah,
is
yeah,
a
yeah.
heavy
And then
crowd.
everybody can carpool 30 in a car. That'd be perfect. That'd be great. It'll help the environment.
Hell yeah.
That rips.
sustainable,
Wow. Can you
very
play some of that for us?
I mean.
Or can you
we
play it
can put it in the
later? Is
episode,
that
yeah, later.
Okay, yeah. I'd be into that.
And then I also like, because it's the year of the horse, so songs with horse sounds in them as well.
We're in the horse year right now.
Yeah.
Take my horse.
I thought we were in the year of the rat.
What about the year of the rat? Was that last year?
That was potentially last year.
Oh,
Oh,
or
it's-
year of the
I'll
horse.
confirm.
Do we go through every animal or do we wrap back?
Well,
We
how
wrap
many
back.
animals are? There's a lot of animals.
No, I
You
Right.
can't
think
go
it's
through
like
every
32
animal.
or 12.
How did these
It-
animals become the ones that the year
Oh.
is about?
Because it's the Chinese year calendar. I don't know their
There's
lore.
only 12 animals.
Yeah, have you ever ridden a Chinatown bus? They eat every animal. Take that out. That was
The Chinese
Weird.
zodiac is a 12-year repeating cycle. So you have the rat, the ox, the tiger, the rabbit, the dragon, snake, horse, and goat. Monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. And
Wait, I thought it was year of the pig this year.
this year's the year of the horse.
Or is that just
Last
what my
year was-
mirror told me? Guys, welcome to Bomb Shelter.
And last year was the year of the snake.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they repeat. So, like, you find out what year you were born.
Which one's next year?
Oh,
What do we got?
I was 84. What year is
Ooh,
that?
I was 94.
It's not showing me the 19s. It's
Oh wait,
Oh,
I'll
it doesn't
look
go
up.
that far back.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
No, I can.
What you said 84?
I feel so ancient. Yeah. December 31st, 1984. Year of the what?
Whoa.
Year
Last day of the
You got
year.
that last little lick of 84.
Yeah, so would I be year of the 84 since I'm the last day, or would I be year of
No,
85?
I think you'd
Or
be-
was a rat.
Year of a rat.
Year of the Rat. That's
Yes.
me. Let's go. New podcast. Year of the Rat. With
What's
Ian Podcast.
what's 85?
Ox.
All right.
What were you?
94.
I don't identify as an ox.
Well, that would be Rat
Dog.
because it's every.
I'm a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I know I'm a dragon.
how you know it or like you feel it in your heart? Like I just know I'm a dragon.
Have you
Both.
seen the
Yeah.
evidence?
Both.
Wait, you said it's every 12 years.
Yeah.
So if I'm Rat and she's 10 years after me and 94 and I'm 84, wouldn't she be Rat?
12 years.
12. That's 10 years.
12. Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep last
Did you
night.
get a calculator?
I had a 6:30 flight.
It sounded wrong on the way out. I thought you were going to catch it. as it was
No.
coming out.
I'm full conviction. Full, complete conviction. I'm right. You're wrong. Hello. Wow, that was crazy. Did that just happen?
If it's every 12 years
Holy
and 10 years
shit.
later, why isn't it the same?
That is crazy.
Yeah.
What just happened? Man, I think I'm slowly dying. I think something in my brain is deteriorating.
You didn't. What time did you go to bed last night?
I did it.
I got a late text from you,
I
which means
didn't.
it's an hour late. You just didn't sleep.
No.
Did you do? What did you do in the night?
I was in Richmond, Virginia.
Oh.
And I ended up. So Richmond is where GWAR started, and I've become friends with GWAR.
Oh.
And I went to GWAR bar with a couple of them last night, as well as my friend who I've known since kindergarten, who I had not seen in decades. And we stopped being friends when he turned into like a Wigger. And then I was very much not that. But my mom and his mom are like best friends. And I haven't seen him in forever. And him and his wife drove 3 hours to come to the gig last night. And he's like a reformed Wigger that's into like golf now. And I brought him to GWAR bar and he's like, let's go see GWAR. Let's go. Like, yeah. And then we got brought there by these fucking 3 girls that were at the gig. And they waited afterwards and ended up talking to my old friend and his wife. And so now they found out they live 3 hours away in the same town. Oh. So this one girl's gonna like babysit their kid. And then we got to ride with them to this bar. And then we met up with GWAR. And then we went to a Waffle House and we couldn't eat inside. So we got a blanket and put it on the lawn
picnic?
and had a Waffle House picnic at 3 a.m. And it was fucking awesome, dude. It was like being in a museum for the broken. It was like a zoo of like the worst type people. And it was the best.
And then when that ends, it's like, all right, going to the airport.
Yeah, well, no. And then it's like, I have to be alone. I get distracted. And so I just stayed. I got back at like 4 a.m. and I had to leave at 5:20 in the morning. So I was like, fuck, what am I going to do? So I just, I've started to color as an adult.
Coloring?
So I did some of my adult coloring books.
You have a coloring book.
What's it on?
An adult coloring? Was that like a porno coloring book? or-
No, well, it's like, you know how when you're little, like you're like coloring and it's like soothing and it's like stay in the lines, and then like therapeutically as an adult you color to like when they told you, they shouldn't have said stay in the lines, they should have been like stay away from uncle, and then you wouldn't have to recolor again as an adult. So I began to color.
You'll get real life utility skills.
And yeah, I have a punk rock coloring book.
Oh, hell yeah.
That, so I was coloring a
lot of black.
Life in General. So it's like these album covers, and you like I did like Les and Jake,
that's
Hello
rad.
Rockview, and then this is so
is it
like
crayons or you the pencil?
I use markers.
Ooh,
so
markers.
So I have like an American traditional flash coloring book, and I'm trying to so I have like these like not like felt like feather tip markers that are almost like paintbrushes, and then I have like a paintbrush that I dip in water and I try to like fade it to have like shading and everything. Yeah. So it's like very like soothing.
Yeah.
So
So
I did that instead of sleep. I'm feeling good.
Where is your day-to-day
I don't know.
anxiety level? Like, it's from a 1 to a 10.
What?
When you wake up, where do we start?
Just screaming. Are you kidding me? 41 and I'm coloring. What do you think? You think my anxiety's low?
Dude,
What's the matter
you
with
are
you?
on the edge.
And I'm slipping. Yeah, man.
Oh God, dude, that's incredible, man.
Yeah.
Well, dude, what do
So
you?
I like slept a little on the plane and then on the connecting flight. But yeah, I want to go back to the hotel and just like take a snooze before I go see Bane tonight. You know,
Brother, I love your life, man.
Yeah.
Your Wigger friend, is there any remnants of the old Wigger life? Is there any like jewelry? Or
No. He got very excited when someone pulled in the parking lot and was playing 50 Cent.
Like,
I
oh,
was like, yeah.
Back home.
But the thing is, he was like never like he was so funny. Like I get like we're all searching for identities when we're like kids. You know, you like find whatever it is to find like your tribe and people, and like Wiggerdom was like a big thing.
Right.
And
we're talking
like,
early to mid 2000s.
no, like late 90s, early 2000s.
Sure.
Like we graduated high school in 2003 when Get Rich or Die Trying came out, you know? So like 97, 99, like that was like, you know, Puff Daddy and Mace.
Yep.
And like all that stuff. So that was like, and his older brother was into rap, and he would try to get us into rap, and he got Colin into rap, and Colin dug it. But I would go home and try to listen to rap, but my parents wouldn't let me because it was black. And I would get so excited. I would run up and down the stairs singing Crisscross and like Vanilla Ice, and I would like scream and like get too excited. So they would only let me listen to it for an hour a day. And then I just stopped caring because I was like, well, I want to listen to more stuff. So I just started listening like whatever.
When do you find ska?
I found ska from a neighborhood kid in like 98, I think. The Misfits of Ska. Or no. I found ska through Operation Ivy. My friend Alex got me into them. And then they were like the only ska band I listened to. And then I went to my friend's house in his neighborhood in Pennsylvania, and one of the older kids and I had an Operation Ivy shirt, and that was like my flare gun to like meet people.
Sure, it's like a flag.
Yeah. So like he saw that, he's like, "You like Operation Ivy?" He's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "You should listen to this," and he gave me this Misfits of Ska compilation from Asian Man Records. I took that home and like listened to all these bands and everything, and so then it was like off to the races. And I joined a ska band and like blah. Yeah.
Man, you should have grew up where I was.
Where were you?
Orange County, Long Beach area.
What year? How old are you?
I'm 40, and I graduated 04, and my high school was a huge ska high school. There was, the RX Bandits?
Yes.
So Matt Embry went to my high school.
Whoa.
Yeah, and there's members of Real Big Fish that went there, and
Shut
and the
up.
rival high school, Milliken, which is in Long Beach.
That was the Christian ska high school. That was OC Supertones. Save Ferris, Five Iron Frenzy.
Save Ferris was. I mean, I've seen all these at Less Than Jake. It was really big where I'm from. Gwen Stefani was at the rival high school.
That's crazy.
And that, No Doubt's kind of a ska band. And Sublime was a little ska-y,
Yeah, well, No Doubt started as a ska band. And Mike Park, who ran Asian Man Records and still does to this day, No Doubt would open for his band Skank and Pickle. Like Blink-182 and No Doubt would like open for, they were like the big band in the early 90s, like the big ska band.
Yeah.
But I joined the ska band in 1999 and I wore an Operation Ivy shirt to school the very first day, and the senior had a Less Than Jake pin, and I was like, he was like, "Do you like Operation Ivy?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You like Less Than Jake?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I just taught myself how to play Johnny Quest Thinks for Sellouts on the guitar." He's like, "You play guitar?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "We needed guitars." I was like, "I want to be in a band." And then I like joined this band with all these seniors, and that was like so fucking sick and like transformative. But we were a ska band on the tail end of like ska being cool, because by the time we broke up, a lot of the guys in the band wouldn't even say we were ska. We were a rock band with horns. And I was like, no, man, we're ska. We're always going to rep ska. Don't turn your back on ska. But
I'm telling you, man, you would have flourished where I'm from.
I think
it
I
never
would have flourished
died.
anywhere other than where I was. I did do a lot of masking growing up. A lot of masking.
Yeah, but you would have had similar masks with a lot of the other kids. I mean, they love the ska, man.
Yeah.
And Less Than Jake, yeah, dude. I mean, I used to watch Less Than Jake.
They were a Florida band.
Yeah, but they were huge where I'm from.
Yeah.
Like they were they
I
would
can
come
imagine.
in. And by the way, dude, this is a band that would have bands open for them, and those bands that would open for them got like Fall Out. I saw Fall Out Boy open for Less Than Jake multiple times.
Yeah.
And
It's like when some kid opens for you in like fucking like
Explodes.
Florida, and then you're like, oh great, and then like 2 years later they're Cam Patterson.
yeah, that will happen. That happens a lot, actually.
Yeah.
In comedy, that happens
Yeah.
way more probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, no, there is. I when I did Warped Tour last year, every show I made it a point to watch Less
Oh, you
Than
played
Jake.
Warped Tour?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah.
How was that?
Great.
That must have been amazing.
It was a dream.
Oh, wow.
And Less Than Jake were like, they've done, I think they said, I can't remember the specific number, but so many Warp. They had the record of most Warp Tours.
I saw them live a couple years ago in Brooklyn, and it wasn't very inspired. It was them, Aquabats, and what was that other band? Man, Bowling for Soup,
Yeah,
maybe.
I did. Yeah.
But it was like, dude, Aquabats played for like an hour and a half. Less Than Jake. It was just like, I love the music, and I can't imagine what it's like being in a band for that long. But it was just very much like kind of going through the motions of it.
You
for
felt that way
everyone.
about Less Than Jake, or like all those bands?
It
all
just
of them?
seemed very. Maybe I don't know. I just didn't feel a connection, and it felt like they didn't really want to be there. And also, there was like a kid that are like, we always bring a kid on stage. Come on up and dance. And the kid's dad was like, go, go. And the kid was like embarrassed. And then Chris is like, come on, sing along. And the kid was like, no, no. And I was like, Generation Soft.
Yeah, no, they. I mean, it could have just been a bad night, I
Totally.
saw,
No. I'll never be like, this is a definitive comment on who they are. It's like, dude, we have bad nights, and if people are like, they suck, it's like, that infuriates me, because it's like, you never know. Like, I guess I just caught him on like an off night.
Yeah, well, that'll happen too, because like you could have a bad night and doing stand up, and like whoever was there, that's their complete opinion of you. You ever struggle on stage in front of family? You ever see a family member watch you bomb or have a bad set, and it's like that's what they take back to the family.
I mean,
and then every family, every kind of holiday or gathering, it's like they think you suck, and it's just like,
bro. Holy fuck.
There's a side of my family. My mom's side of the family. I'm convinced they just think I'm throwing my life away. Just every time they've been there, it just for whatever reason.
Well, there's certain people, I don't know what it is, but there's certain people that I always bomb if they're on the lineup or in the room.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know what that is. Like, there's someone who's like like somebody that like brings the bomb onto me if they're like on the same lineup, or like there's like someone that will be like the inverse of like anytime I'm on a show with them or they're in the room, I'm like demolish it. Like, it's weird. Like, there's been people where I've had to be like, I've seen them on the lineup and I'm like, I'm canceling the show.
Really?
Like, I'm not, I don't
What
feel
is
like,
it?
I don't know. Like, do you ever have like, maybe it's like, I think maybe I'm being like woo woo, but I think I'm like really into like energy and like stuff like that, and like synchronicities, and like have you ever bombed in a article of clothing and then you wear it again, you bomb again? Like, is there like
it's the shirt.
something you always first time I ever did JFL, I ate so much shit on this showcase that I went back to my hotel, I took the clothes off, showered, and I've never worn those clothes again. And it's my favorite Have Heart shirt. It sucks.
Yeah.
And I think I threw it out. Like, I was just like, I can't ever wear this again.
I think if you get it's like a.
But it's also like a
seed.
mental thing.
It's
too,
a mental
I think,
thing.
yeah.
When you put that in your head, that seed grows, and it just becomes. I had a thing for a while that if I like made a clip and I posted the clip and I tried to do the joke again after I already put it out.
Yeah.
It's just it's now losing the wind beneath its wings as soon as I post it. So it just
well, you can
starts
get in your head
diminishing.
and be like, do these people know the punchline's coming? Like, fuck.
There's a lot of things that are
Yeah.
happening up there at once that I could get in my head about. I have a thing with like sobriety before I go on stage. Like I have no problem with anything after I get off, but if I do anything before, my odds of doing bad go up a lot. Like if I smoke weed 8 hours before I went on stage, there's like this guilt I have because I feel like my brain is like not. What if it's not completely snapped back? You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
I remember because I started comedy sober, and then I would like relapse over and over, and then I'm sober now. But I remember when I was drinking and doing stand-up, I was like this crazy medieval mad scientist alchemist of trying to like figure out the right formula of like, all right, last time I hit the one hitter 2 minutes before I got called on stage, and I really was in it, and I'm going, okay, this time, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like I bombed. I'm like, no, okay, more weed.
it's a cocktail. It's like,
And then one time I like fucking I was doing stand up on some improv show, and I was like, I'm gonna be like Denis Leary, and I did like I railed a bunch of coke in the bathroom, and I like went nuts on stage and like threw a chair, and everybody thought it was like a character because it was on like an improv show, and people were like, dude, that character was like so cerebral and crazy. I was like, character.
Yeah.
And then like I quit drinking again, and I like hit up the producer. I was like, hey, look, I just to let you know, I was fucked up on coke that night. Like, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. They're like, oh, we thought you were like doing a bit. Like, that's who you are. You're not allowed back. And I was like, what? No, but I'm making amends. Aren't I a hero? You know, aren't you supposed to tell me how
they
good
would
I
have
am?
booked you if that was your bit.
Yeah,
even
no,
if
but
it's
then
the
that girl
same.
turned into someone that like a bunch of guys ended up me tooing her. So
Oh shit! A girl got me too. Ooh,
Yeah, the
that's a
future's
rare
female, dog.
Oh
Come
hell
on.
yeah. I
Yeah.
love that. Well, one for us, one for the good guys. No, there's a,
feel free out there. I'm open. You can.
I won't tell.
yeah.
No, I have a thing where like, you know, even if my brain has gone back to good, try them on.
Sorry, I really want to wear these.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude!
These
I
are
might have to give those to you. Let me try yours. I know they're prescription, but
Dude, that thing that thing you were saying about the
you are blind, bro.
yeah.
I can't
Blind
even
and
see what
anxious.
Yeah, dude.
the name of my
This
next
is how you're
special.
walking around life. When was
Yeah.
the last time you've been sober for a minute? When was the last
11
time you went on
years.
stage? 11 years, and so that was probably like the last time you went on stage on any kind of substance or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you would really go hard. You would do all the things. Like for me, it's like if I smoke weed that day, I get in my head about it. My whole thing is,
Yeah, but if you could do coke, like,
yeah, I don't know.
why wouldn't you?
Every now and
What the
then,
hell's your problem?
yeah, dude. Every now and then, what's fun about it is like if you don't do it, and then there's a night, and then that night becomes a very fun night, but only to that night. You leave it there, and then when it resets itself, you know.
No, you
But I've
wake
never
up the
been
next
on-
day and you want to do that night again, so you do
I
the
don't
same
have
things you
that,
did the day
man.
before. So
Actually,
you can
I
have the
wake-
same night, and then the same night doesn't happen, so then you
No.
do it the next day, so you can have the same night. Then it
Yeah,
doesn't happen. But
that's-
don't worry, you'll get there again. You'll have the same night. Don't worry. You just keep doing it for the next decade, and it'll happen once again.
Yeah,
So
dude,
I don't know why
get
you don't do
I
that.
wake up. I wake up the next day. I don't want anything, man. I'm like,
Really?
I don't feel good.
for
yeah,
you.
yeah. But no, I if I'm gonna fuck up on stage and I had any kind of substance in me, I'm way more harder on myself because I didn't need to do that. If I fuck up without it, I'm already hard enough on myself. But I could get past, we're gonna make mistakes. I try things. I take risks.
Yeah.
But if it's because I smoked weed, that's my main vice. I could smoke too much weed and I'm not good high. I just
Well, weed is like so much. It's like so heavy and like can really fucking get in your
I have
head.
a hard time listening. And
Yeah.
I whatever the thoughts, the voices in my head are louder, and it's like, especially.
Have you ever
on-
tried adult coloring books?
No, I mean, dude, that kind of. I'll be real. When you said the album covers, that's what you're covered. That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, it's like really meditative.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. You should try it.
I should try
What'd you
it.
say?
And I just repeated the cadence you used to say the
Oh,
word.
did I
like-
put too many syllables in it?
No, it just the ride was different than how it
Meditative.
Meditative.
Meditative. It's
Yeah.
very meditative.
Meditative.
Oh, yeah, cool. I like to zhuzh up some
Yeah.
words sometimes, you know.
We're-
What?
Oh no! What?
No,
Please.
No, please.
No, I was gonna ask, like, when you now that you perform sober for as long as you have, like, what kind of what goes wrong now? Like, say you're on stage, what, other than like the regular, what is a specific Ian Fidance?
I mean,
You're just
Fidance.
killing it.
IanFidance.com for all my dates. What? What'd you say?
Well, you just like how you could have like, for me, like how you just said, there's certain people in the audience that will like could trigger something and like, oh, now I'm in my head about it. And
Well, dude, I like the family thing. I had family Friday night that came out to the show, and they all bought VIP tickets and sat all in the front. And I hadn't seen some of them in 2 decades.
Whoa.
Like it's like crazy. Like when my dad died when I was 8, and then after that I didn't see his side of the family for like some of them for like 20, 25 years. And the bombing in front of family, dude, I came out as like bi in 2016 or no, 2015 in my personal life and on stage. So I was trying to do this personally and figure this out while I was like writing jokes about it. So it was like so publicly clunky writing jokes to try to process all this stuff. And I did a gig in Delaware, and cousins that I have this like fractured relationship with that I haven't seen in years, aunts and uncles coming, we want to see Ian and support. And I'm like, well, this is where I'm at with my comedy right now. This is what I'm working on. And I'm like, I'm sucking cock and I'm eating cum. And my family's like, oh my God. The last time we saw you was you were crying at your father's coffin. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to suck him back to life. What do you think, Aunt Joyce? And dude, it was like, dude, afterwards, I'm like, wow, that was interesting. It was just like, well,
that's the thing too, because
I had no like, I couldn't set aside, and it's funny because my cousin Michelle, we're like very close now, but she was like, man, that was really, really, like, we could tell you were really going through some darkness. I was like, oh, you gotta go through the dark before you get to the light.
You know, when you like really like like level up as a comedian, and you get to this point where now you're doing it differently than you were. Like, it's more than the jokes. It's like, it's almost like a cadence thing. It's it's an approach thing. Just like, okay, now I'm outwardly, I'm accepting that I'm bi. That's gonna naturally change the way you perform when when you're out about it. Yeah. And so this new way you're performing, this is all new jokes you have to have, a new thing, a new style, cadence you're figuring out. And you have to dedicate yourself to that, because if you could have just dipped back into the old pool where like you were more comfortable, it's not you anymore, but you probably would have killed better because that's what you've been doing all this time. And you have to make that choice, like, well, I have family here and there's like a little bit more pressure. Do I just kill and impress these people that it matters to me that they think I'm funny? Or do I stay on course? And do I keep, Well,
I think maybe subconsciously, maybe part of me was like, oh, you want to abandon me? Well, I'm going to fucking haunt you with this.
Yeah. Right. Go full throttle.
But then, like, obviously that was what, like 10, 11 years ago? What is it? What was it? Year of the Ox? But so family cousins came out Friday night, and I hadn't seen my aunt and uncle I honestly could probably, since I was like under 10 years old, I saw these 2 people the last time, and they were front row at the show, and I didn't know that my one cousin is married to this guy, and I have like facial blindness sometimes, and so like I just looked and I saw this guy in a cowboy hat, and I'm like, what the fuck is it? And I just started going in on him. And then I see that like the whole family is like dying laughing. And it turns out this guy in the cowboy hat is my cousin's husband, and they all hate his cowboy hats. And so like the fact that I called it out immediately, they were like, ah! And it was like great. But it was cool to anytime you're proficient at your job, it feels good. But anytime you're proficient at your job in front of family, it's like an extra feather on the cap, you know? So it like felt very, I like sold the gig out, and like they saw that.
That's
and
cool.
they like, like it was very like nice. And like it was a very cool experience to have them there and to be like, like this is me and this is what I do and I'm good at it. And, like you don't have to worry about me. I'm not going to be like a bomby mess anymore the way I was like 20 years ago, but, and then it was really nice. They a couple of them, I went out with them and their kids Saturday, and we met up for brunch, and I got us brunch, and then we went to Vinyl Conflict, which is a punk record shop in Richmond, and we went to this place called the Veiled Mirror, and it's like a Victorian era antique place, and the girls at the shop gave us a tour. It was like me, my two cousins, and their kids and their spouses. So it was like me and a bunch of like children, and I was almost like leading this like. It was like a field trip. There's 15 of us, and the woman's like, I'm like, so what else is haunted here? And she's like, well, I'm glad you asked. This is a ring made of human hair. And the kids are like, woo. And then we went to the GWAR Slave Pit, which is their studio where they make all their costumes and they record, and it's like their compound. And my cousin's daughter is the night before, he was saying how she's like kind of having a hard time finding like her tribe of people and everything, being like kind of like a weird artsy kid. It's like tough. And she like really likes like cosplaying this stuff. So to get her into that, like the ultimate cosplay was like GWAR.
Yeah.
So that I was like so happy I got to, help facilitate that, and her eyes were like lighting up and she was getting so excited, and like they let her like try on some outfits and everything, and that was like neat, and they gave us like this whole tour. It was so nice. It was such a wonderful thing, and it was kind of nice too of like, you have two choices. And I was saying this with Sami earlier of like, resentment is, and I didn't come up with this. I'm not that smart, but there's a saying that's like, holding a resentment is like drinking poison to hurt someone else. Like you're only gonna fuck yourself up. And like, I could be resentful and angry at the way things shake out or whatever. Like where were you when? And it's like I did that. It got me nowhere. It got me, doing coke in the bathroom, thinking I'm fucking, like Denis Leary on stage. And I think I'm the only comic ever to be like, I want to be like Denis Leary. I don't know why.
When you said that, I was like, why don't you just do Bill Hicks?
Yeah. Well, I would. That's like the dream. I would never like besmirch his name by ever putting my name in the same sentence as him. He's like my hero.
Went to somebody else that acted.
Well, it's funny because me and my friends made these Denis Leary Rant style videos about our one roommate that wouldn't move out, and like they got new camera equipment, and I did like a Denis Leary style, like his like his thing of like he would do these MTV commercial things, and I did that to like satirize him, and it was like this ridiculous thing, and we put it on YouTube. This was like 2011 or whatever, and it like blew up, and so I wanted to make more videos with them. And then I started drinking again, and they were like, no. And then they ended up just doing stuff together and getting signed with like UTA and everything. And I'd be like in the living room, like drunk, and they're going to LA to like shoot this thing. And I'm like, man, good luck. I'll just be here, you fucking dick. But yeah, I guess that's why Denis Leary was on like top of mind. But I got off on a tangent. I don't even know
in comedy, in comedy life, you walk the walk and you're out there. To this day, do you struggle staying sober? Is there ever like does it haunt you? Is it you're seeing everybody? I mean, you're in it. You're in the nightlife.
I mean, it's not a matter of like, I just know now. I know what I have, and I know what I have to lose. Yeah. And I know that I would lose it very quick. Yep. But there is a desire for that sense of relief that I've, used other things to try to find that aren't, drugs or alcohol. I can get addicted to anything. For the rest of the day, I'm going to be like crumpling this paper, like, oh yes, isn't that? Like it's also like drinking was an escape. Drinking was almost like a gift. It gave me like this pressure valve to release these emotions that I could never get out. And I drank for, I could blame it on a variety of reasons, but really I just liked not being in reality. I liked escaping. I liked the chaos. I liked this, the feeling from like the tip of my toes to the top of my head of like this comfort that I never had. And so it's fleeting. I have to give myself that. I have to do this work to get it through myself, and comedy's not going to give it to me, a relationship's not going to give it to me, you know, the money's not going to give it to me, but I trick myself into thinking it is, and then when it doesn't, I get let down even more, and I don't have the alcohol to escape to, which is an infinitely scarier place to be than when you feel down and beaten up with the drugs and alcohol. So I have to do a lot of shit to like get past that. So it's not the desire to like drink or like get fucked up, it's a desire to like escape, but I'm still going to be there, you know? So I like still have to work on things, but it's not like I don't work on them because I'm like, if I don't do this, I'm going to drink. I'm going to drink. It's like, no, I'm not going to live. Like I'm not going to be able to be right. You know?
Right.
And that's why you color.
Yeah, that's exactly why I color. That's my new addiction.
Yeah.
That's why I'm coloring.
How long
now.
you been coloring?
Oh man, kind of nonstop for the past 2.5 weeks. Well, dude, I just got kidney stone surgery. I had gout this summer. I had kidney stone surgery. I had kidney stone surgery. And so I was like in and out of the hospital, and they're fucking, you know, like it's like the most painful thing ever. And I'm not on pain meds, and they just gave me like fucking Tylenol, and I'm like dying. And that a part of me was like, you know, I didn't like. I did end up taking, well, I mean, when I went to the hospital, they give me like morphine and all this shit. And I wasn't like, no, I was like, give it to me. I'm in pain. But I didn't like, I wasn't like abusing it or anything. Like I was just on such a high level of pain that I needed this like relief. But recovering from that, it's, you know, I'm on extra strength Tylenol and like ibuprofen, you know, and even so now they don't even give you can't even like get pills anymore. You know what I mean? Like, so you have to go on like the black market, but they give you like they gave me 3 tramadol when I got out of surgery, and I was like in so much fucking pain. So I'm just like,
During that time, were you still
Tylenol.
when you're recovering? Were you still doing spots and?
No. Oh, dude, I was fucking out. I had to cancel a weekend.
Oof.
It was like the most gnarly pain in the fucking world, man. It was crazy, but like. Yeah, going through all that, it kept me like almost like more. I mean, thank God for like Zoom meetings and everything, just to like keep yourself sane, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like so fucking gnarly, like being in a hotel room and just like getting kidney stones and like writhing. I was up at JFL at a TV taping, and I was like an hour. I was telling Sami on the way here, an hour before the taping, I was on my hotel room like screaming, like I couldn't breathe. And then I'm like laying on the couch in the green room, and I'm just like, and they're like, Advil? Do you want Advil? And I'm like, Advil, yes. And then of course people are like, I got some Oxy, you want some? I'm like, no, get away, you know. But yeah, it was like so gnarly. I don't even know how I got on that tangent, but
Did you do? So you did the taping then, huh?
yeah, it was
And
like
you
the
just-
adrenaline kicked in, and it was like fine, and then
Damn.
because the pain was coming in like waves, so it went away and then came back, and then, you know, but yeah. So I just got surgery last week,
Whoa.
week and a half ago, and then I had a stent in me, and they had to take the stent out, and that was fucking nuts, dude. They had to go through my pee hole.
Oh, that's what I was scared to hear.
It's the year of the pee hole for me. Yeah.
When would you say, you know, things started changing for you professionally? And it's, you know, like you struggles coming out by, and then learning comedy that way, and then the being sober and all that stuff. When did things start? Because I mean, you're doing great, man. It's undeniable that you're
that's
living
really
a
nice
whole
of you.
different
Thank you.
life, and I see you all over the place, and people know who you are. And
Oh, thanks for that.
what would you say was the thing that kind of swung the pendulum the other way?
I don't know. I mean, I think I started opening for Dave Attell in 2019. Christmas. At the end of the year 2018, he had me open for him at Caroline's. He saw me at the Cellar and asked. I got off stage and he was going on stage. He's like, "Do you want to open for me in 2 weeks?" And I was like,
You're just saying that's like at that point where you're bringing him on stage? Is that what
no,
you mean?
like I
when
did
you,
a set.
Yeah.
So I was on the lineup, and he was closing the show out, and I was on before him.
Yeah.
So like I was walking off stage into the hallway, and he was walking in to like then go on, and he was like, "That's great. Do you want to open for me at Caroline's in 2 weeks?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be cool." And then I like went outside and like cried and called my mom. I was like, "Oh my god, mom!" And then I started opening for him, and that really like that was just like a masterclass in comedy every night. And so I opened for him full time for like 5 or 6 years.
Oh man.
And that helped out a lot, but that also helped me transition into, you know, I would like feature for him, and then like, you know, I do well, and then I would, you know, get a one night at that club for 1 year, and then, you know, I'd go back to that club once a year, and then like that would go well, and then I would do like a split weekend, and then that would do well, and then I would get like 3 shows a weekend the next year, and then that would do, and then I got a full 5-show weekend, and then that's how I like built everything up. But in tandem with that, everything, I had my first like club headlining tour in March of 2020, and then COVID hit and everything went away, and then that in a way like was such a blessing, because when we started doing comedy in New York, we were on like rooftops, parks, parking lots, on the back bed of trucks. People were like honking horns and flashing their lights, and that like changed my comedy, because I was no longer like, I think for a while I thought I had to be a New York snarky standstill, I'm a writer guy, and going up in a park in front of like a homeless guy shitting, a family having a picnic, and some guy like finger blasting his girlfriend he met on like COVID Tinder and like wearing a mask on a blanket. I'm like, why am I gonna stand here still with a microphone? Like they can't hear me, it's jumbled. I'm gonna like drop the mic and just like stomp around and like go up and just talk to them and yell at them. And that like was like, oh shit, I can do this? I don't have to just sit still. And so then I started being like, oh, I can do whatever I want. This is amazing. And that almost like gave me such a shot in the arm. And then I took that with me like after that. I still don't, everything you said that was like nice, I still don't believe that. And I don't think that's true. So I'm still like, oh, I think you're a liar. But I guess around then, I don't think I'm successful or like good. So I think I just started feeling more confident on stage around that time, and I guess that's the answer I'll give you. But I don't agree with the things you just said.
That's
Thank
great.
you. That's
no,
really
I think
nice.
I think that's good. I think that's what, if it's not broke, don't fix. Whatever the mindset is, because even if you don't think it's working, clearly is.
Yeah.
Larry David said he doesn't think he's made it.
I thought you were going to be like, Larry David said you're funny.
Like, well, never mind. I'm right.
Cool. That's great. Thanks.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Dude, that must have been incredible opening for Attell. You ever have any rough sets in front of Dave Attell?
Dude, he was like so gracious, and like he was like, if you're not working in your act and going new and trying to grow your act, then I'm not bringing you out with me.
Ooh.
Like if you're just going out to like do the same jokes, like my crowds are great and they're gonna like whatever you say. If you're not growing your act, I'm not gonna bring you out. Like he very much was like very fatherly and like took me under his wing, and like he would bring me out on stage with him every night. We would go and do like a back and forth like improv thing, and he flat out told me like, just say it and I'll make it funny. Like, don't overthink it. Just be funny and don't overthink it. And then that taught me to just like trust myself enough to just go with it. And even if what I trusted myself with to say wasn't funny, he would funny it up. And that really, really helped. And that kind of started because I would peek my little head in at the cellar in the basement and like watch him. I'd stay late at night just to watch him, you know? And he would like see me and like call out and be like, who's in the hallway? And I'd be like, oh. He's like, is that Ian? I'd be like, hey. And he'd ask me something. I would just answer honestly, and I wouldn't try to be funny or anything. And he got like a kick out of that, because a lot of people like shy away from that, or they like try
to be
too
funny.
hard or whatever. And that was like really, really, really helpful in terms of like trusting myself, you know, and having a friend who would like clean up whatever mess I make, you know.
Yeah, he seemed like a great friend too, because he brought you on Rogan also. And
Yeah. No, I mean, like, look, comedically, like, professionally, like, I've never asked him for anything. Like, everything he's ever done has just been out like the kindness of who he is. But more than anything, like, if all of comedy were to go away today, the thing I would be like most grateful for is his like friendship. Like, as a friend, he's like my best friend. We talk on the phone like every night. Like, he's an incredibly kind, good person, and has somehow become like my best friend, dad figure in like a weird way. It's like really crazy.
And he literally is the best, and everyone knows it.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible. I
Yeah.
remember one time me and Ari Shafir were walking around New York City, middle of the night after Spot, just felt like walking, and we saw him all alone in the dark across the street, nowhere near comedy, just was walking. You could tell, you could see him. If there's a silhouette of Dave Attell, you know it's him. And it was one of those things where like we kind of froze, and Ari almost yelled like, "Yo, Dave." And then, but we kind of just stopped just to marvel at the man. Is that him?
Yeah,
Call him.
Yeah, right. No way.
Ian, is this the best friend who's older than you that you
Yeah.
talk about over here?
We were talking about like having friends that are different ages. I was like, my best friend's like a 6-year-old man.
Wow.
So it's
And you
like,
didn't drop the name. I respect that, brother. That is so fucking cool, because he is the man.
Yeah.
Like this guy.
Well, that's what's so weird. He's my friend Dave. Like, it's like I forget who he is, you know?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't think I think it's undisputed. I
Yeah.
think the funniest people would say the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just such a little New York rat, just
Yeah.
out there, fucking.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when I
You're the rat. You're the rat. There it is.
I'm telling you, man. When I saw him that night, it looked like a mystical creature. Just like you get like a Bigfoot walking, like whoa, there it is, there it is, and like the camera wouldn't work. You know what I mean? Like we're frozen.
Well, like I mean, like, you know, opening for him is like incredible, but like I miss being on the road with him. Like the shows, whatever. Like I have to really divorce myself from making comedy the be all end all lifeline of my life, of like living and dying by this thing, because, you know, COVID taught me, everything's taught me it does not care about me. It's almost like it's not real. It's a byproduct of being funny, is like this job we've made for ourselves. Like the thing that matters is like spending the day with my family yesterday, and like, you know, like the gigs with Dave are like amazing, and I'm massively grateful for them forever. But like what I miss touring with him the most, and like what meant the most to me, is like chain smoking with him until the sun comes up at a fucking Homewood Suites in, you know, like you know, Wisconsin somewhere or whatever, you know, just like walking around like a mall, people watching with him, and like making each other laugh.
Is he aware of his like impact on everyone, on all comedians?
You'll have to ask him about that.
I would just wonder if he is the guy, and it's just like interesting to think that is an actual person who's just a man.
Well, you
know?
said Larry David doesn't think he's success. You know, I
Right,
don't think,
exactly.
You know, I don't ever want to be around someone that realizes how great they are. I've been around that. I've hung out at the mothership. It's not too fun. They're not the best people.
I think everybody in the room saw the same fucking face.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Let me ask you this, man. How do you define bombing? Like, what is bombing to you?
Doing just fine. Like
Just fine, not
I would rather
no more, no less.
I would rather just dive bomb the plane to the ground and set everyone on fire, and have people like walking out being like, I can't even then just do okay. You know, like I hate just being medium.
Why is that?
You know, because I know I'm capable of so much more, and I'm not giving myself enough play to have fun. I'm just going through the motions, and that to me is worse than any extreme of good or bad, you know? And just doing fine, or like, you know, like dude, the early show last night fucking sucked. And I hadn't headlined in a month. I hadn't done stand-up in like 12 days. You know, I've been in and out of the hospital, and I'm like, on all these like different like antibiotics and this fucking Peridium med and this fucking whatever. I've just been kind of like a mess, and I'm like, fuck, how do I do this? Like I forget, like usually if I take time off, I'm like fine, but like I've just been in so much like weird pain and everything that I was like nervous Friday, and Friday was like the best show. It was amazing. I had so much fun, and then Saturday, for whatever reason, I mean, it was a 6:30 at a fucking Funny Bone, so it's like, yeah, obviously the cards are stacked against you, but like I don't know. I think Saturday early show was like the worst show I've had in like a very, very long time, because even my faculties were just not there in terms of like allowing myself to like dig deep and like cover myself in dirt. My fingers come out of the ground like, fuck you, like I couldn't even like do that. Everything was just like discombobulated. And also like, you ever play these towns where they give you like, you don't bring your opener, like they give you like the local, and it's like, they're certainly nice, but they're certainly not funny. Like their version of funny is like, what if someone did a Kill Tony minute for 20 minutes? And you're like, no, and it was like one of those, and it just like, I don't know. At the end of the day, a bad carpenter blames his tools. It's always up to me. I just didn't proficiently do my job. And I think like the one thing I did do that was, I just was not in the pocket. Everything was like out of sync in a way that I couldn't like flow and talk and move in a way that like, I don't know. I just didn't feel like myself. But sometimes you got to have those to wash it away and then like shed that skin and then, start anew. But there was, have you ever played Richmond Funny Bone?
No.
It's usually the comedy clubs, brick wall, name of the club, blah, blah. This one is a brick wall with 2 steel beams that are X's. Like barn steel beams. I'll show you. It's fucking weird. And I like thought it was a good idea, and it was, to climb on the steel beams. And I mean, dude, the night before, like, dude, look. See that?
Jesus.
Yeah. But dude, I will say there's a table, these black queens that like loved me, and I shout out my queens. And it was the best. And I was like going back and forth with the one, and I hopped up on one of these steel beams, and I was like, oh, this is me sliding into your DMs. And I slid down and like hopped up and was like, hello. And so the early show, I climbed up on the fucking steel beam, and the fucking crowd is like, yeah, yeah. But I outrode that momentum and stayed up there way too long. Like, I'm talking, I didn't just do like, oh, this is a fun moment. Because I was so out of my element, I stayed up on this beam above the crowd for, I think, like 20 minutes. And it was not funny. Like, people were worried. Like, I think that fucked the energy up. And then I wasn't even funny in the way of like, and I was just like, well, I feel like a cat. Was there a firefighter to get me down? I got up. I can't get down. It was like, dude, what? Just
how is this not killing?
Like, dude, I don't know. Maybe fuck them. Yeah. Fuck you.
I don't think
Short pump
that's
Virginia.
not on you. That's not on you, man. That was great. That's hilarious.
And it was just like and that's the thing too. It's like things were like not hitting, but I didn't want to like get mad, and then I did get mad, and then like they were enjoying that I was getting mad, and then I was like getting mad that they were enjoying me getting mad because I didn't want to get mad. I had things I wanted to do, and then like, and then I started a symposium. I was like, can we all just come together and figure out what the fuck this fucking energy is? I was like, is it me? I get it, I'm sweating. Wow. I was on the beam for a while. I get that.
That was weird.
Maybe I made too many jokes about me falling, cracking my head open, and then you guys having to end up signing releases or something. And they were like, ah. I was like, all right.
What do you do after that? What do you do after you break that? Like, all right, what's going on, guys? How much is there time left in your set?
Cancel the meet and greet?
Are a lot of these
give away free T-shirts because you're sorry that you ruined people's night?
Would you say that was like a lot of your audience, or was that just like people going out to a comedy show?
So I sold out Friday, and that was my crowd, which was fucking great. And then late show Saturday was, I'd say like 90% mine, like awesome, great. Early Saturday, I think was like a big mixture because the people that loved it, like loved it. And the people that didn't were like, why am I here? You know? And I think that, but also too, it's like, my job is to win them over. I didn't do my job. That's my job. My job is to entertain. My job is to make you laugh. My job is to, speak in the cadence of jokes. And I was not doing that.
Well,
I
you're
was
being acrobatic, and that's
You're taking risks.
yeah.
no. That's on them. Like,
Yeah, but
that
also
needs to be
I'm
celebrated.
realizing now I'm like not physically in a good place. So I'm like huffing and puffing. I was sweating. I'm like losing my breath. Like I think
not
I
impressive.
think it was like worrying them. I think they couldn't laugh because they were worried for my safe and health. And then I start to be like, I got a fucked up pee hole. I had to have uteroscopy. Anyone here ever have kidney stones? Anyone here have a stent? And this kid's like, I had a stent. I go, oh, did you? Where? And it's like my heart. And I was like, oh no. I was like, how long? And he's like, I was in the hospital 2 months. I was like, oh fuck.
Okay.
I was like, did you say anything fun when he came out of surgery? And he was like, I don't know. I was in a bad way. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then I'm like, oh, my biggest fear coming out of surgery was saying the N-word. And everyone's like, what? I'm like, well, no, not because I ER one. No, not because of that. It's just, the thing you're not supposed to say. It's just like, fuck, man. Can we end the show? Fuck. Can I put a rope on top of this beam and just hang from it? This is fucking crazy town.
How do you cope after something like a bad set, like a bad show?
Kick everyone out of the green room and just chain smoke and eat the fucking chicken breasts that you have to eat because you can't eat chicken tenders anymore because you have kidney stones and you've been eating too much salt. And then your 4 friends drive down from Baltimore, which is like a 3.5-hour drive, and you have them in the green room and you're like, oh, the last show was so bad. This one will be better. And then like it's still not as good as you think it was going to be. So then you feel like you left them down because they didn't hang out afterwards. They went, oh, we're going to go back home. And it's like, is it because I'm bad? And then you color. That's that.
How do you like doing other shows outside of your headlining gigs and outside of spots? Like you do a lot of cruises. I saw you're on did you do the Burt Kreischer cruise? Did that happen yet?
No, that's in I think November. Well, we did the End It cruise.
Yeah, the Emo's Not Dead
the
cruise.
Emo's Not Dead cruise.
That was
yeah.
fun, right?
Yeah, no.
You didn't think so?
I'm not a cruise guy, man.
You look like a
Yeah,
cruise
yeah.
guy.
Really?
I'm gonna be real.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Oh my god. Wait, how are you not?
I have a hard. I think I have a hard time seeing myself how other people see me.
Really?
I really do. I
'Cause you
really
look-
think that's like a level of like autism. Like I've had to mask my whole life, and like I think that's a thing. Isn't that like a thing? Like I don't have a perception of. I feel like I'm like I can perceive things, but I don't know how I'm perceived.
Right.
Like when I had to announce that I was canceling my weekend in Syracuse because I had to get kidney surgery, I thought it would be funny to dress as the Joker in a hospital gown and go, want to know why I'm missing my weekend in Syracuse and how I got these scars? Well, I'll tell you. And that's funny to me.
Right.
But how it was perceived was that I was having a mental breakdown because everybody was like, are you all right? Like, dude, I painted my Joker face. I'm like, want to know how I got these? And then I'm just talking to camera's Joker and all these people are like, this is scary. I'm like, this is funny. So then I did a commentary video on that video, and then I was going to do medical updates in Joker paint, which I thought would be funny, doubling down. Yeah. And then I got to the hospital and I realized I forgot my Joker paint. So my friend Emily, who was taking care of me, she didn't bring my Joker paint. And then out of the hospital, she's like, well, let's go back while you're still kind of a little woozy. We'll get your Joker paint. And I was like, too much paint. I can't.
Yeah.
So I just never Joker painted it up. And that to me is funny.
This is exactly what Perez Hilton said too.
Oh my God, that piece of shit. Holy fuck. The
Yeah.
first cut is the deepest, but not enough, you fucking gross pig.
disgusting.
What a piece of shit that guy is. I hope he
Yeah.
gets fucking filleted like a shish kebab and thrown off a roof like a queer in Iran.
I don't think you have to
he
worry.
is such a piece of fucking shit. I hate him so much. You know what he said about his kids? He said he's not giving them a dime. He had to work for everything. They're going to have to work for everything. He used to go on vacations and he doesn't because he has them. And it's like, you volunteered to get them, you stupid piece of shit. You fucking subjugated women and fucking would take pictures of underage girls with their fucking underwear and pussy hanging out and their fucking tampon string and be like, look at this slut, because you were a fucking misogynistic, gay, self-hating gay man and you made a living off of it. You contributed to Britney Spears' downfall. You were against Amy Winehouse, and then now you want your privacy? Fuck you. You reap what you sow. I fucking hate that guy.
Well, I don't think you have to worry because he's going to be fucked up for a long time. Like,
Good.
He's fucked up.
Good.
There's no.
I feel
he's not gonna
horrible
heal.
for his kids,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's just a fucking gross Shrek looking motherfucker asking for privacy, trying to go on an apology tour when he's like made a living off of tearing other people down. What a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's why. I mean,
It's like the
that's-
TMZ Lisa Lampanelli. You can rebrand, but you're always gonna be. No, she's fine. I hadn't gotten a laugh for a while, so I was kind of just going for one. It didn't really hit.
Yeah,
but
you're fishing.
yeah.
What was wrong? What did you not enjoy about those cruise shows? You killed it,
Oh,
and
thanks.
you made friends with Chris Connolly.
Oh yeah.
I watched that happen. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
incredible.
Oh, they're great. Saves the Day's the best.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
That was cool. They were the only band I saw. I only cared about seeing Saves the Day. I saw Saves the Day on every show.
Me too. I saw every performance of theirs. That's the one I cared about the most.
yeah,
but,
me too.
But you were having good sets. Wouldn't
Oh,
you say?
thanks.
What was wrong with it?
Just being out at sea with no escape.
Yeah.
Everybody's drunk. Everybody's like they had meetings on the ship, and I went. It was me and fucking two other guys.
No
It
shit.
was just like, oh my God, yeah. And then the one guy was like sharing, and I'm like, buddy, I don't think alcohol is your problem. You fucking monster. But yeah, I don't know. I just it's not for me. You know, like I just spent most of my time chain smoking in the casino, and then like that kicked in like my gambling, you know. So I was like gambling a lot.
I was
you
standing
know?
there with you while you're doing
Oh
that.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
like I mean it was like fun. I mean, dude, honestly, you saved me. Like you helped me out. Like hanging with you fucking helped so much. Like you, Natalie, and Laser like kept me afloat because it was I don't know. I just found it to be isolating.
Well, it was fun to be with you. We
Yeah.
we didn't
Oh,
want to do it
thanks.
much without you. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like it is a thing when you're sober and we're on. I mean, I think Natalie pretty much was, but like, I mean, Laser. What I thought would happen because the Uncle Laser Ian Fidance energy that to me is like combustible. You know, if you
Yeah,
had,
we get along well. It's funny because Laser like lives the life now that I've like shut the door on. So like I'll walk up to his line, but I won't cross it. I'll let him do the crossing and just like be there to witness. But I don't want to live that life anymore, being like the wild, like sex, like drunk drug guy, you know. But he can do it, and he does it well.
Yeah, he
But
does.
I can't do it
he
anymore.
he also like when you're
but I can
saying,
relate to it.
Yeah,
What?
absolutely. And you when you were talking about like having that cocktail, go ahead. Nothing weird going on here. Not a distraction.
Do you want me to weirdly go off on Perez Hilton again?
We might. We'll find a room for that. He does his like when you're talking about your cocktail of I need a little bit more Coke or this much this much this. I swear Uncle Laser has that, and it's somehow he nails it every single time. Whatever
Yeah.
the components are, the ingredients
Yeah.
to activate Uncle Laser, he's got the right recipe.
Oh yeah.
And it's also it's almost like he could rely on it every time.
Yeah, it is a fun thing to see, but it's an even funner thing to know we're all gonna be at his funeral soon. But I think that's
He knows
you
it.
know,
He
great,
know.
you know?
He even on
Be a
that cruise
time.
said something like, "Oh, I'm not living long."
Yeah.
Like, he had no qualms about it.
Yeah.
You were really cool to me on that. Do you remember the last night? Remember the last night we were walking somewhere? I think we were probably at the casino, and we're in that spiral stair, like those stairs that get you to every. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's funny because we had. Do you know Nick Murphy, comedian?
Yeah.
So Nick,
Yeah, he's
we had Nick
great.
on yesterday, and I don't know how we got on this, but we were talking about that when we were you and me were walking on that cruise, and that dude came up to you. You know what I'm talking about, right? That guy. This guy comes up to you, right? And he goes, "Oh, he recognized you. He's a fan of yours. You're so funny." And it's happening right in front of me, and I'm just standing there. It's all good. And then he looks at me. He's like, "And I know you too." And then, that feeling of like, he didn't say I'm funny, nothing. He was like, "Oh, I know you too." And then you called it out like, "Whoa," like, you know what I mean? And then it broke things. He's like, "Well, I'll be honest, like, we were at the, I did a show, the Tonight Show. I think it was like Matt Cutchell, who runs the whole thing, had his version of the Tonight Show. I closed it out with the set in the big theater. And I thought it went great. Yeah. This guy was like, he's like, "I'll be honest with you, when you're on stage, me and my wife left." And I was like, do you remember this?
Yes.
And then he goes, I was like, he's like, and I didn't even ask why. I was like, like, okay, and he's like, "Yeah, to be honest with you, we just, my wife didn't care for the SA jokes, and because she had been SA'd. And at the time, I didn't realize what SA is or was, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I think you might have said like it's sexual assault or something like that. And I had a joke about being roofied or something like that, which happened, and I made a joke about it. And he was telling me how that's like, a problem or problematic. And then he goes, "And also you're on Joe Rogan's podcast," because the guy introduced me as, you've seen him on Joe Rogan's podcast. I've never been on that show. Yeah. And then that's when you step in, you're like, "Oh, well, I've been on that show." Yeah. And he's like, "Really?" And he was like so taken back. And you were like, I didn't have to say anything. Like, this guy was just fanboying out about you. And then you were like, basically, I mean, you were defending me to this guy. And then he started apologizing, and he kind of got that it was like out of line for him to come up. And when you left, you're like, "Man, I was about to punch that guy in the face." And then I'm thinking like, that's a nice thing for of Ian to say. But there's no way he was actually going to punch him in the face. And then like a few months later, you're in Austin, and you're at a bar with all of our friends, and some guy goes up to our friend Or Mash, who's from Israel, and he's like, "Oh, you're Jewish," and start being really anti-Semitic. And this motherfucker punched that guy in the face.
Yeah. Yeah, one punch slept him, knocked him out.
Slept this guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the funny part is I knocked him out, and he fell down on the ground in the shape of a swastika. So he really, I mean, bravo, buddy. Bravo,
Ian, you're a good dude. Thank you for coming on my show, man.
Yeah.
You're so funny to me.
Yeah, you're my friend. I got your back,
Yeah,
dude.
man. Great to know you, brother.
Yeah,
Thank
you too. Thanks.
Fuck yeah.